that thing that made you weird as a kid could make you great as an adult if you don't lose it.
Yeah, that's it plays to something else I talk about elsewhere in the book about trying to find your own path. And so part of the process of education and civilization is that we get rounded off. And that's a lot of it is sort of necessary in order just to keep working with other people. But there are aspects of it where if too much of that individuality and distinctiveness is rounded off, then we are poorer for it. And so you want to keep going back and trying to uncover and discover what it is that made you different or weird from other people, because there is something. All of us are unique in our combination of genetic gifts, talents, abilities, life experiences, backgrounds. And so maintaining those or even developing them, making them, improving them is a constant takes constant effort to maintain and develop those idiosyncratic differences that we have. And so that thing that made you weird as a kid could make you great. I mean, I'm thinking of, say, there was these boys who were teenagers and they were into puppets. That's pretty weird when you're a teenage boy and you're kind of like into puppets. Well, that was Jim Henson. And the guy who's later on, Kevin, what's his name, who made Elmo. They were like weird kids, but that was their genius, was that they were totally into puppets and puppetry. And so maintaining that weirdness is tough in the face of people's expectations, social norms, what everybody thinks that a young guy should be. And so it'll take a lot of effort. And this is a reminder that you might have been weird as a kid, but take that as a feature, not as a bug.
Right. What can people do to avoid losing it? And if they have lost it, can they get it back?
I think they can get it back. Yes. I've seen that happen. People kind of recover what their were childhood interests and allowed themselves to be different. I think you have to I think it does take a certain, there's an art to it. Okay. You can get better at this. And that is that you don't want, you cannot truly become yourself by yourself. You actually weirdly, paradoxically need the entire world to help you become unique. So you can't get to this place where you're weird and knowing how you're weird just by yourself. You can't just sort of ignore everyone else and march along. It's a weird thing that in order for you to kind of keep your weirdness, you only can do it with the help of other people. So you can't become truly yourself by yourself. And that's because we are opaque to ourselves. We don't know. We may not even know what truly is the weird part of us. We need other people around us to help us see who we are and who we're becoming. You need family and friends and colleagues and customers and clients to help you see who it is, what you're doing, who you are, who you're becoming. And so, so this process of, as you know, saying, of like maintaining your weirdness, you need to do it in conjunction with other people around you who can help you say, well, that, what this part of you that you're doing is really unique and cool, and we should see more of it. And that part there, I'm not sure we should see more of. And so there has to be this sense of which you are becoming valuable to those who are around you. And they can help you see what that is. They can help you see yourself, because we humans are particularly opaque to our own motivations. We have language that helps us access our internal state, but it's not sufficient. That's why therapists and other things are so important, because we need that outside view to help see ourselves. We can't really see ourselves by ourselves.
So other people can help us get it back or help us keep it, not lose it, but they can
Right.
ironically also be the cost that we lose it because of their
Right.
judgment.
Exactly. Right. So it's a real art. You have to constantly be asking yourself, whether this is authentic or not, whether there's something there, and what is it that's there. And so this is where it comes back to prototyping. You're trying stuff. You're trying, does this work? Does this work? Does this work? So you need feedback. And I say another bit of advice is that if you ask for feedback, you get kind of a critic. But if you ask for advice, you can get a partner. You want people invested in you. So you ask for people's advice, and they become invested in your project, so to speak.